LSU credit number one. Trent had his kids ready to play, and they survived us coming out early, jumping on them. And they got in it, back in it by just jumping up and making a bunch of shots. I think Dotson was 4 for 20 on the year. He's 4 for 20 on the year. He gets 3 in that first half little stretch. So give them credit. Even in the stretch when they were making threes, I don't know. We lost Stringer twice, our mistakes. But Dotson, we were going up underneath his ball screens, and he made 3. Second half, they go 1 for 9. When you look at the stats, it comes down to 2 things. We shoot 56% for the game. That may be SEC high, maybe. We out-rebound. The difference in stats, 2 places. Our free throws and their second chance points. Even if there's second chance points in second half, they still shoot 41% for the game. So when you look at the stats, they really turnovers second half. What was turnovers at halftime? Anybody got that? Whatever it was, we had a couple of enforcements that second half at crucial times. I know that. We turned one on the side out in front of me, turned it over to Rowley down there, and again we missed a couple blockouts of Green late in that game when the game was tied. Second chance points, free throws. These are 2 things you point to. Because outside that, like I said, we probably shot out a season high for the game. Questions?
Any early word on Jalen?
Not for sure, but I think it's. Someone just told me maybe both of them, ACL and whatever the other one is. MCL, ACL, whatever, right? But before you guys print it, let Scotty say it, but he told me that coming by the training room, one of the doctors, somebody told me. It's not good, whatever it was.
Was LSU just feeling it tonight, or was it the
You know, Brandon, you know that first half, they make 8 threes.
Right.
Second half, they make 1. They make 1. You know, all those, remember, the one cat's 4 for 20 on a year in SEC. He makes 3 the first half. Again, I don't, we lost Stringer twice. Those 2 on Stringer were miscommunications on the switch. Outside that, give them some credit. They jumped up and made some shots. And again, they've been close in a lot of games. They just haven't closed them out. And we jumped on them early. I don't know what we went up. 13, I think.
44-11.
Whatever it was. And from that point on, you know, maybe we got relaxed some, lost our focus some. From that point on, they'd come down, 2 trips in a row, got them going, we lost Stringer. I remember that now. And cut it back to 7 in 2 trips. They just kept making baskets. And again, we had some missed free throws and some turnovers in that stretch too. Kept them in it and allowed them to get ahead.
Were the turnovers more unforced, or?
How many we have at halftime? Anybody got that stat?
9.
9, so we have 9 second half. We had some in the second half for sure unforced. About 3 of them in critical times right there. Like I said, on the side out, on a drive in there, we had a score. You know, Cody had a post up, was getting ready to score, and he dished it off to Sydney. Just scored right there. So those 3 come to my mind. It's just got to finish those plays. But again, take nothing away from LSU. You know, they did some things and played well.
Surprised that Sydney had a little trouble with the free throw line last 10 minutes. That was pretty good there.
ACL. What'd you say, Brandon?
Sydney, surprised Sydney had a little trouble with the free throw line the last 10 minutes. He's pretty solid.
He was 6 for 12 for the game, but you know, he's been shooting them pretty well for a year, so, you know, didn't miss them on purpose. Didn't miss them on purpose. Just didn't make them when he had to make them.
Rick, LSU's been knocking on the door late in games
Yeah.
pretty much all year. It's just kind of where they put it together tonight.
They hadn't finished the game late, but they've been knocking on the door, like you said. But they jumped up and made plays tonight. They jumped up and made some shots. Like I said, Dotson's 4 for 20 on the year, and he makes 3 the first half. But they played good. Take nothing away from them. They scored 84 points tonight against us, and that made probably a season high in here in SEC play.
He came down, hit a couple of big shots there, but after that it seemed like he just didn't have the lift on his legs after his next several shots.
Well, yeah, they made a couple, and Aaron Rowe helped us get back in that thing. Yeah, I think he had a quick shot that next time down. We probably had cut it to, 3 or 4. Probably need to tack that rim a little bit there. And again, like I say, he jumped up, made some shots, and, wouldn't have been back in if he hadn't made some shots right there.
Was he getting tired towards the end, or just the strain?
I'm sure he has. That's 35 minutes, but again, I'm not gonna make excuses for him. It's 2 for 9. Both of those were 3-pointers.
Riley's shot was right in front of you, Rick. It looked like it was pretty much halfway down.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna shoot the 3. He would have shot 3. He shot faked, and I thought it was in. I did, but didn't make it. Had no timeout, so it's about a good shot you hope to get in that situation. What else, guys?
Arkansas knocked off Kentucky tonight, was kind of closing the gap there a little bit, the second place, but how big is Saturday going on the road and you guys bounce back?
Hey, Brandon, let me tell you, I think you know the answer before I answer it. You can't lose games at home, so everything really gets magnified now, for sure. Got her?